What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to go over the challenges in the Flightscope golf app for Mevo Plus. So one of my first videos on this channel was about the FS Skills app, which still exists, and that is a separate app that you can use to basically do skills challenges. Well, since then, they have updated the FS Golf app with a whole new look, and they've also included these challenges within the regular FS Golf app. So I've never done them before until today, and we are going to go over all three of them. So let's get started. All right, so going to select challenges down here in the bottom, and you've got the PGA challenge, range competition, and long drive. So let's just go ahead and start with the PGA challenge. And basically, you can read that, but the goal is to try and get your shots as close as possible to the PGA or LPGA average. And so we will go ahead and get this set up. I'm going to use PGA data, as you can see down there in step 5. And I'm just going to do 3 shots because we're just demonstrating. And I will do, I believe, let's go with 8 iron. And start new game. So these are set up as challenges that you can play with multiple people in your simulator. You can do it by yourself like I'm going to do today, but it's set up so you can add multiple players. So just keep that in mind. And you're going to get this screen and pretty much be ready to hit your shot. So let's go ahead and hit one. Grab my 8 iron, and you can see on the bottom of these 6 data tiles that you have the PGA average for each of those. So you pretty much just hit your shot and compare. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I'll tell you now, I will not be anywhere close to the PGA average.
Carry is 147.8 yards.
Okay, so then you see, obviously, your data, and I've got 3 more shots, but just to compare, obviously, carry distance, significantly shorter, club speed, about 5 miles an hour, slower, launch angle, about 3 degrees higher, so I'm not compressing the ball as much, and so on. So I think this is actually a really good way. A lot of people ask when looking at their data on the launch monitor, like, where should the numbers be? Well, this is a great way to kind of just figure that out with your different clubs. Obviously, you're not going to be PGA Tour average for the most part, maybe some of you, but a really cool way to focus on some of these numbers and just see where you're at. So let's go ahead and hit again. That was not good.
Carry is 132.3 yards.
I could tell you that right there. But just want to give you the idea of how this works. It's just going to be 3 shots. Here's the 3rd, and then we will be moving on. Oh, gosh.
Carry is 142.2 yards.
Okay, but you get the idea. And it's pretty different than just hitting at the normal driving range. And like I said, it's a great way to kind of learn where your numbers should be. And I like it a lot. So there it is. The winner is me because I played against myself. And it defaults to carry distance. You can see there, but you can also select, like, for example, launch angle, and you can see your difference there. I'm 3.5 degrees higher. You can go to angle of attack. I'm almost half a degree higher, I guess. Anyways, we will finish and we'll go to the range competition. Okay, so you can click how to play, but we're not going to do that. I will just set this up and So as far as the game setup, I'm going to go with 250 yards, and we are basically hitting shots and reducing that number, that 250 number, down to 0. So each shot is going to give me a certain number of points depending on where it lands, and the goal is to get from 250 down to exactly 0. Can't be less than 0. Your finishing shots have to get you to exactly 0. You can start from 250, 500, 1,000, and obviously, like I said, you can set up multiple players. So let's just go ahead, I believe, and hit Start New Game and Player 1.
Ready.
And so you get to this view, and you can see you've got these different distances, and each one is going to give you a different point system. So you want to use, obviously, get the highest amount of points as you can to reduce that number in as few shots as possible. So you can see on the range that 50-yard area is the highest amount of points, and that is between 90 and 110 yards. So a 100-yard shot would be ideal, right in the middle of that, and we will go from there. Now, I tried this out earlier this morning, and I got confused. I thought I was trying to hit 110 yards, but no, that area is actually between 90 and 100. So starting from 250, just trying to hit a 100-yard shot.
Carry is 100.6 yards.
There we go. So you can see I got 50 points. I went from 250 down to 200. And in the setup, you can adjust your the range of these distances. So if you want to kind of move all of this further back and use longer clubs, you can.
Carry is 102.7 yards.
See, another 50 points, and I've gone down to 150. Now, the hard part is you do have to end exactly at 0. And I was doing this earlier, and whenever I thought I was going 110, I actually hit at 111, so I got 25 points instead of 50. And I ended up where I had 10 points left, and there is no 10-point range on here. So I basically had to waste a shot and hit just into the 5-point zone twice. So I don't know. It's could be a fun game with another player here, but we will go ahead and move on. And then we've got the long drive competition. Obviously, you want to hit the longest drive possible in the game. We're just going to set it up for 5 shots and show you this.
Ready.
Now, the cool thing about this, which I wouldn't have really thought about, but whenever you're doing this, it gives you this kind of side screen, and you've only got a little bit of data on there. You've got carry, club speed, ball speed, and spin rate. And so this is kind of different than just doing it on the range, because you cannot see the curve of the ball at all. And so it kind of does make you focus just on like your swing speed and carry distance, which is different. It's not something that I really ever do. And this is not going to go very far, but we'll just show you.
Carry is 238.7 yards.
And so, I've got it set up for 5 shots.
Ready.
I don't know, I think I broke my tee. Grab another one. And we will try that again.
Carry is 223.5 yards.
It's supposed to get worse.
Ready.
But I do think that just actually doing this with this screen can be beneficial if you're trying to work on your distance. It's not something that I ever really considered before.
Carry is 251.3 yards.
A little bit better. And so you can see
Ready.
my best shot gets updated as I go.
Carry is 245.8 yards. Ready.
And we'll just finish off this last one. Oh no!
Carry is 247.3 yards.
Pretty high on the face, 1800 spin. You know, and the interesting thing is, I don't know where those went, left or right. So it is just kind of focusing just on your distance. So that's interesting. So I don't know. I thought these were pretty cool. You know, fun little competitions you can use within the Flightscope golf app. Again, you can play with multiple players, and I like actually some of them for just practice purposes, like the PGA Challenge and the long drive for, you know, different needs. Anyways, guys, if you're interested in Mevo Plus, I am doing a bunch of videos. I've got videos on the channel. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and you will see more. See you next time. Thank you.